All right, guys, we're going to look at the Baba stock today. This is an e-commerce company in China, and I'm interested in it because it is just kind of broken below these moving averages. And I don't know, maybe it's an opportunity. We'll see. So, first thing that I will note is that the earnings right here, I'm seeing, consistent revenue growth. I'm not seeing any issues there. And you can see that here in this income statement, where it's not massive, but it's kind of slow in compounding, and they're expecting to continue to grow, 9 or 10% every year. Um, that is on top of buybacks, which over the past 3 years, their buybacks have retired 10% of the float, which is pretty good, and it helps the earning per shares metrics quite a bit. So I think that's a great thing to see, that kind of revenue growth, and they're still growing. It's not a shrinking or dying company. And what makes it even more interesting is that the valuation here is among the cheapest it's been in the stock's history, 11% right here. And when you compare it to the industry, it's trading at a forward P ratio of 17, and the industry average is 26. So, it's pretty good in terms of valuation. Price to sales doesn't matter as much because it's a mature company, but it also is trading historically at a lower percentile than it has in the past. They have a net cash position. They have lots of debt, but they have enough cash to pay all that off and then some. And the institutions, you can see, have been selling slightly. Institutional ownership has gone down maybe 3 to 4%. So small kind of selling here. And the insiders, there haven't been any open at the market buys that I have seen. So analysts are optimistic. I don't know that analysts are not really the best way to go, in my opinion. I did also check up some of their kind of like other initiatives that they have going on. So they have this cloud monetization engine, which I think is promising. It's accelerating rapidly. Cloud Intelligence Group, CIG, external cloud revenue grew 40% last quarter, and AI-related products now make up 30% of that total. So management expects AI products to exceed 50% of external cloud revenue within a year. So that is really good because it's good gross margin. Yeah, like it says here, highly profitable enterprise software margin. That this is really big growth, better than the overall growth. And so I think this is a exciting thing to kind of look at and evaluate. We looked at the fundamental value, which we looked, and this has a little off, but the P ratio is about at 15 right now. So there's some value right there. And then the buybacks, like we said, retired 10% of the float, but they still have 19 billion of those. So there's some of the bears are going to talk about the cash cow business has been slowing. It's not hyper growth anymore, which we saw. And then there's kind of some political risks with it being in China and the United States. So those are kind of some things to look at. Again, I don't know a ton about this stock, but I've followed it enough that I was aware that it's kind of been dropping. Looks like there's some kind of support. I shouldn't use the word support. Looks like they had some lows here around 2024. I don't know if the stock's trying to revisit those or if it's trying to rebound here. I don't see any like reason for the big drop right now other than probably geopolitical or macro fears. So I think that maybe there could be an opportunity here. It was trading at 150 not too long ago. So if it gets back to those levels, you're looking at a 50% return. But it's just a matter of, is it done going through this kind of correction? But the fundamentals support the price. I think this is a solid company, and it's just a matter of, opportunity costs and how long do you want to wait. So let me know what you guys think. I don't know too much about the stock, but I thought it'd be nice to cover it. I try to find maybe potential good entries, even though it doesn't get as many clicks. I think that it, maybe could help out the viewers a little more. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. But if you know more about the stock or have anything else that you want to add, I'd love to hear it. And I will see you guys in the next.